What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment. As always, hit that subscribe button. It's right down there and it's free. That enables us to keep coming to y'all as often as possible with as many interviews as possible. Now, today we have the honor and the privilege of being joined by Professor Griff. Thank you for coming through, sir.
Oh, give thanks. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate that.
Yes, yes. Professor Griff has a storied and lengthy history in the game, obviously, and tremendous amount of respect for him. So we're very excited. He's got a lot of new material coming up. We're going to talk about that and a lot of his legacy as well. So Griff has the new song Amnesia that's out now. If you haven't got it, it's on Bandcamp. I'll put the link down there below. You should definitely check it out, stream it, buy it, download it, and support Professor Griff so he can keep delivering this music for us. But Griff, one of the recurring themes I think in your music, your career is the idea of amnesia in the sense that people forget a lot of things that have been done, but then they need to be discussed and built upon and try to remedy. So, what is that? Well, how did you get the idea for the amnesia song itself?
Well, in trying to get people to understand that there is quote unquote this life, this mission after Public Enemy, after people look at you and like, okay, you reached your peak and then now you're on the decline. But there's other work that needs to be done. I don't look at things in terms of graphs where you reach your peak and then you're not. And the industry have changed. So the artists that make up the industry have changed. The producers, the managers, the booking agents, the venues, the promoters, a lot of has changed. You understand what I'm saying? Some of the same people that we used to deal with back in the day are not even in place anymore. So what do? We keep chasing after the same dream to get that same stimulant, to get that same fix as we did in the 80s. No, you continue your work. So I had amnesia for some time. Let me say that again because that didn't sound right. I don't have amnesia, but I had the song Amnesia for some time. Not the lyrics. I had the track for some time. I wanted to do something for myself in Terminator X. So what I did was I presented some things to him, but life tends to put you in a certain spirit, certain mode. You go through things in life. I don't think it was the right time. So I just said, well, let me do it and present it, and then maybe we could spark something like that. So what I did was, real quick, I took the titles of the Public Enemy songs and just crafted it in such a way. And I did that as a challenge to myself as a writer because I was doing a songwriters workshop. And I do business 101, music business 101 workshops. So as a challenge to myself as a writer, I said, well, let me challenge myself. Let me just write all the titles and craft 4 short verses, come up with a hook, already got the beat. Let me see what it looks like. And that's the song that you heard, Amnesia. But right now, I'm not sure if um, you know, Def Jam and Universal is in a lawsuit right now for using the voice of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Have you forgotten that once we were brought here, we were robbed of our... So they're going through that suit, and I just said to myself, wow, it was a beautiful thing because I used to run with Khalid. And at that time, we was just using it to promote him, his voice, keep his image out there, keep him out there. And here we are years later. Well, they are and years later in a lawsuit. So I just said, well, let me contact the family. I want to use it in a positive way. And here we go. So
Yeah,
that's the
well,
story of Amnesia.
quick side note though, I would have thought that using that was from Night of the Living Bassheads, that would have been also positive and showing. So what's I had heard
Well,
of the lawsuit, but I must admit I was a little confused as to
right.
why it was happening because I did thought it gave him a lot of exposure and of course what he was saying not only needed to be heard, but I thought
Right.
also was tied into the message of the song of drug addiction, which is also something that's been a pillar of, Susie Wants to Be a Rock Star from your beginning of your the beginning of your career. It's been addressing the ills of drug addiction. So why do you think, or what's the insight on that?
Well, I think a lot of times when we choose these subject matters, thinking that we can at least add that to the current conversation, pulling it from the past, but adding it to the current conversation to offer some kind of solution. To say, listen, we're a little bit older. We talked about that. Here's some of the things I've learned from that period that maybe we can make applicable to today. You follow what I'm saying? So I did. Susie wants to be a rock star. Susie being America, spelling it Suzi. That has a whole different other meaning. And the rock star, of course, dealing with with drugs in America. Years later, I did Sweet 16, and the 16 being 16 grams. But I never got a chance to put the song out. There was no platform for me to do it. We didn't have Bandcamp back then when I put that song together. You follow what I'm saying? So sometimes songs hit the hardest in the time that you deliver them, but sometimes they need to marinate, man. They need to marinate. You understand what I'm saying? And we can make it applicable. Some of these songs we can make it applicable to the time that we're living in, and we can.
Well, that being said, I think it's interesting you're saying that because part of what is important is that I would argue you, Public Enemy, but also you as a solo artist have created timeless music that sadly a lot of the messages and a lot of the commentary unfortunately still applies today, even if you made it in 1990 or
Right,
91 or 2000.
right.
So why, as a people, as Americans, as Black America, however you want to frame it, why is it so challenging to get past this universal truths with whether it's drugs, whether it's oppression, whether it's any slight on humanity? Why is it so hard for us as people to get past this?
I think because life sometimes is secular, and sometimes history repeats itself. Um, it just shows up in a different form. But I think a lot of times the creator, who, however you view the creator, the source, tends to bring us back through the same situations, different circumstances, to teach the lesson that we didn't get the first time.
Or the
Think
second time?
right, exactly. And the creator will keep bringing you back around until you get the lesson. America as a whole and everyone in it, there's lessons that we need to learn in reference to, and I think one of the most valuable things in these lessons, we'll be able to solve them if we only came together and we 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 actually raise the vibrational pitch, I want to say, in our thinking to come together to solve the problems together. Because guess what? The thing that we need to solve the problem to affects us all. Drugs is not a white or black thing. Drugs is not a Mexican thing or a Muslim or Christian thing. Drugs is the thing that we kind of all need to deal with. And I think collectively the creator is saying, listen, until we all come together and we all have a certain mindset to deal with that, then your daughter, your son, your cousin, your nephew, your homeboy could be next. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, this is something I've always been curious about, and you've studied a lot of different disciplines, so I definitely appreciate your insight on this. Humans are the only animal that seems to not understand that it's destroying itself. Every other animal seems to nurture and cultivate and take care of its environment, other than humans, which knowingly, habitually, repeatedly destroy themselves and the ones around them. Why do you think that's the case?
I don't know. I think we need more breakdancers, man. I think we just need more. I meant to tell you in this interview, you gonna laugh at least once.
Yeah, well, you got me. We already had a curve, or ahead of schedule.
But no, in all seriousness, um, I think if we were made to look at humanity through a different lens, I think we'll be able to appreciate not only the thing that we're looking at, but the simple nuances. You understand what I'm saying? In this thing we call this human life that we have. I think we instinctively know, look, me eating pork for me now is not good for me, but damn, that smell good. And I'm seeing these people over here enjoying themselves by eating it. Yeah, nah, let me stay on my dean. Let me stay on my discipline. Let me stay focused. And I think a lot of times we tend to miscalculate and look through a distorted lens at how we view humanity. We actually think destroying ourselves is fun. Look at the average club scene. All that you have to do to get there, to pay the park, to pay to get in, just the, just especially if you're in VIP, just to hide, um, uh, seclude yourself behind a rope to drink stuff that you already know is not good for you,
It's
to
literally
smoke stuff.
poison. It's literally poison.
Exactly. Because there's a poison going on. No pun intended, but I'm saying, you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So yeah, but so we know these things, but we're looking at back at ourselves through a distorted lens, thinking that this is what I have to do to have fun. Can I give you another example? Can we make it lighter though?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You a DJ?
No. Although everybody said I should be. But
Exactly.
yeah.
So okay, you know DJs that scratch?
Yes.
Excuse my language. You might want to beep this out. We know when we get two copies of that record, we're gonna fuck up one because we're gonna scratch the fuck out of it. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
You know you destroying the record. Why you keep doing the Terminator transform scratch? Come on, bro. You know you fucking the record up.
Well, to get even deeper to that, as you know, back in the day, they used to, when they would scratch, they do it on the side of the record so they wouldn't put their oils and stuff on the vinyl itself. So
Exactly.
that's a whole other level of the game.
Right. But
Um,
at least you are conscious of the fact that the oil may destroy the record. Not the needle that you're wearing out, the cartridge that you're wearing out, or the wax. But anyway,
yeah, it's levels and layers.
it's a
Um,
vinyl vision, man. We're gonna make it happen.